After returning from Europe, Captain America asked Tony Stark to take a walk. He had something important to show him, but it was a trap, an ambush led by Apocalypse, with Dracula and Mystique, who had been posing as Steve Rogers all along. "Well done, Mystique," said Apocalypse as he opened a portal. Together, they dragged Tony Stark through it, vanishing into the shadows. Hours later, somewhere deep in Europe, Tony awoke, dizzy from the blow he'd taken. "Wake up, Stark," murmured Apocalypse, towering over him like a god. "Your mind is beyond human. I once believed mutants were the only species worth preserving, but now I see I was thinking too narrowly." Tony groaned, his sarcasm still intact. "Good for you. Always nice to know that despotic, genocidal maniacs are still capable of personal growth." Apocalypse ignored the insult. "You will work for me." "Sorry," Tony replied dryly. "I've always had a strict rule about not working for guys who use slaves to build their statues." Apocalypse smiled faintly. "And yet, Iron Man, was your shining armor not a tribute to yourself? Were the metals not mined by slaves in other lands?" As they walked through the ruins of an old European city, Tony saw advanced machinery humming beneath the stone. Apocalypse gestured toward it all. "You and I understand evolution, Stark. It consumes the weak to empower the worthy. There can be no progress while this world remains stagnant." When they entered the facility, Tony's confidence faltered. The lab was fully powered, running with impossible energy. Apocalypse smiled. "It's time for humanity to evolve again." In one of the upper chambers, Tony froze. There, standing beside an array of strange devices, were familiar faces. "Riri, Reed, we thought you were dead. We gave up searching." Sue thought. Reed didn't even turn. "Everything I can to help Enslavement." Tony's expression darkened. "Are you being threatened?" "No," Reed said coldly. "We're being given a chance." Tony turned back to Apocalypse. "The power running through this place. How are you doing this?" Apocalypse arched an eyebrow. "Tell me, Stark, how would you do it?" Tony scanned the massive structure. "It's a Faraday cage, immune to the constant EMP that covers the planet." He stepped closer, analyzing the cables and plating. "Every cage I've ever tried to build failed. I used adamantium, vibranium. Nothing could withstand the electromagnetic pulse." His voice slowed as he pieced it together. "You'd need something magnetic, something equally strong." Apocalypse's smile widened. "Something? No, someone." Tony's face fell as he followed the cables upward. And there, suspended above the core of a massive generator, was Eric Lensher, Magneto, used as the living power source of Apocalypse's empire. He turned toward the doorway. "Excellent timing, Kilgrave." Tony spun in disbelief. "Kilgrave?" The purple man stepped forward, his eyes glowing. Apocalypse looked down at Stark. "Take his mind." Kilgrave grinned and reached out. Tony's will dissolved instantly. His expression went blank, his genius now enslaved. As Apocalypse walked away, he whispered to himself, "I touched the mind of a being greater than any god." Then the earth stopped, and that being slept. "I will awaken it, and you, Tony Stark, will help me resurrect the Unmaker." Back in the sanctuary, life continued peacefully, at least on the surface. Johnny Storm sat by a small fire, trying to impress a group of kids by boiling a kettle with his flames. "I once burned so hot I melted through Galactus, but now..." He paused, realizing no one cared. Daniela Cage and Little May Parker just stared. "What's Galactus?" they asked in unison. Peter chuckled. "It's a tea party for kids and their toys, Johnny. Planet-eating cosmic threats aren't invited." May smiled sweetly. "I think it's awesome you can boil water so fast, Uncle Johnny." "Thank you, May," Johnny said proudly, puffing his chest. But the warm laughter faded when Jessica Jones appeared, her face pale. Peter and Luke Cage stood immediately. "What happened?" Peter asked. In Tony's lab, Blade's scout team searched through the wreckage. Pepper Potts stood near the entrance, visibly shaken. "Tony didn't come home last night," she said. "Steve Rogers showed up, they went for a walk, and they never came back." Honey Badger crouched low, sniffing the ground. "Captain America wasn't here," she said. "Cap smells like a sturdy oak table and duty." She paused, frowning. "Someone else was here." X-23 lifted her head. "Yes, I know that scent." Her eyes narrowed. "Mystique." In an instant, the three bolted toward the outskirts of the forest, following Tony's trail. "We dealt with a night horde attack on the other side of the city last night," X-23 said as they ran. "Could have been a diversion. They stopped near a clearing. Tony fell here, or was knocked down," said X-23, kneeling beside blood on the dirt. "He bled a little, but not too much. Mystique wasn't alone." Blade examined the terrain, his tone grim. "No, Stark put up a fight. A lot of vampires died here. X-23 turned toward Pepper, her voice low. I'm sorry. I know who else was with her. I know who took him. Back in Wakanda, the mood inside the council chamber was tense. Dr. Doom paced across the room. If Apocalypse has taken Stark, we must retrieve him immediately. Johnny Storm raised an eyebrow. I'm surprised to hear you care, Doom. Moon Girl cut in. He doesn't, Johnny. He just sees the threat. Stark's the greatest weapons maker who's ever lived. Pepper's glare froze her. He's more than that, Lunella. But Doom didn't flinch. Don't delude yourself. His mind is built for destruction. He turned to Black Panther, voice sharp. T'Challa, this paradise you're building will burn to ash if Stark remains in Apocalypse's hands. He's a ticking time bomb. Pepper stepped forward. Then I'll go. I'll bring him back. Spider-Man and Johnny both nodded. We're going with you. Valeria Richards' expression darkened. Pepper, we don't even know if he's alive. Jean Grey added, and even if he is, we don't know where he's being held. We've spent years avoiding conflict with Apocalypse and his forces. We can't rush into war. Black Panther pauses for a second, then adds, well, we do have someone who can rush into this. And in that moment, Quicksilver appears at full speed, racing across Europe to investigate Tony's disappearance.